Into today's video, we're going to have a look at the weather for the next 8 to 10 days. In today's video, it looks like we've got some really nice weather coming up for the first few days of September. The first week of September is typically a dry, warm and sunny period, and it looks like this year is going to be no exception, so a very classic early September spell of weather coming up. Anyway, before we go on video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gavswebvids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gavswebvids.com by doing that. So the first thing we're going to look at is the 500 millibar height anomaly charts for 8 to 10 days time. 500 millibars, 18,000 feet, is an important area in the atmosphere because that's where we get high pressure and low pressure developing. And it's as those areas of high pressure and low pressure are moved around by the jet stream running above that really gives us weather. Of course, it's a lot more complicated and involved than that, but at its basic, that is weather. So this is the ECMWF chart for 8 to 10 days time, the height anomaly chart. We can see that we've got above average heights here over and to the west of the country. Above average heights is really symbolising high pressure. It's temperature actually at 18,000 feet, and then we extrapolate those temperatures to pressure. So high pressure indicated by the above average heights, the orange and red colours. Low pressure indicated by the below average heights, the blue colours there. So yes, we've got high pressure in 8 to 10 days time, generally over and to the west of the country, big area of high pressure there. The jet stream has gone north, the lines here show that the jet stream has pushed northwards, although it's still perhaps running across Scotland. Scotland may not settle down as well as further south, but even so, a nice spell of weather coming up, I think, for the first 8 to 10 days, for the first week, 8 to 10 days of September. So this is the GFS high anomaly chart again. It's a very similar situation, perhaps high pressure, more centrally located here, if anything, over the top of the country. But again, this really is telling us it's going to be quite a dry, warm and sunny start to September. This is for 8 to 10 days time, so it is taking us towards the end of the first week of September. Notice again the lines have pushed north, so yes, the jet stream is running to the north country. It's what we've been waiting for all summer, really, get the jet stream to the north, and then as we get to autumn, we find the jet stream pushing northwards. So as we go through to the GFS ensembles, these are temperature ensembles for the upper atmosphere actually, but you can use these for just coming up with an idea of what the temperature will be like on the surface. We can see at the moment we're around the series average. We're going to go a little bit below average towards the end of the week, but that's not going to last as long as that high pressure builds in. We're going to find the temperatures pushing up above average, and then we can have an extended run for temperatures above average. Average is this red line here. All these lines are above the red line, so temperatures will be going above average for quite an extended period. Maybe signs that to go through to the second week of September, those temperature lines start to diverge and we get some lines dipping below the red line, indicating that we could turn cooler into the second week of September. Although there's a lot of scatter there, a lot of uncertainty about that. And for precipitation, we can see that precipitation spikes will be easing off over the next few days. We've got some rain coming up over the next few days. Once we get through to the 1st of September, those precipitation spikes really do ease off, and they stay that way really towards the end of the run then. It's only once we get towards the end of the ensemble that we start to see some precipitation spikes coming back. So an extended run there throughout the first week of September of mainly dry weather for England and Wales. Manchester, a very similar situation really. Again, the temperatures dip below average for a short time later this week, then they'll push up and we get an extended run, a good week of temperatures above average, warm temperatures, until we get towards the end of the ensemble, and then there's more scatter appearing. Temperature anomalies for the next week. Well, we're around the seasonal average. This is showing us around the seasonal average from Monday the 27th to Tuesday the 4th of September. But I think what this is really not showing is the warm weather next week, because the warm weather really comes in from around the 3rd of September, which is Saturday, and then it goes on through next week. So this is being skewered by the temperatures this week. Once we get through to next week, we should see those temperatures really pushing up above average. Here's the jet stream forecast for next week. The jet stream is running to the north of the country here, Monday the 3rd of September, and as we go through towards Wednesday the 5th, so next Wednesday, we have that jet stream very nicely north of the country running through Iceland into Scandinavia. That's allowing that high pressure to build underneath it. and that will be giving us the warm, dry weather. And even as we get through to Friday the 7th of September, that jet stream is still generally to the north of the country, so we really do have an extended period of high pressure dominated weather coming up. So this is the GFS chart, generic chart for 4th of September, Tuesday, a week's time. We can see that high pressure there is across the country, 1025 millibars, very nice area of high pressure, will be giving us plenty of dry, sunny weather. Notice that to the far north and northwest of Scotland, it's still a little bit more unsettled. The isobars are tied to there. We could bring some weather fronts through to the north of Scotland, but really the high pressure is dominating. That high pressure is really sitting over the top of the country once we get through Monday the 5th of September. Temperatures, I think we're looking at temperatures around 25, 26 degrees, so up to the upper 70s Fahrenheit. It's probably not going to get intensely hot with this. It's getting late in the year now, but even so, temperatures up to around the upper 70s, low 80s Fahrenheit, certainly possible, particularly in the south. Going through to Friday the 7th of September, that high pressure is pulling back west a little bit, and that could just allow some cooler weather to start to come down towards the north, and that probably sets us up then for weather to turn more unsettled as we go towards the second week of September. ECMWF, very similar, the high pressure there on Sunday building in from the south, high pressure dominating for Tuesday the 4th, and then the high pressure is just to the west of the country really by Friday the 7th, still really under an anticyclonic influence, but maybe brings somewhat cooler weather around these northern and eastern coast, but still a lot of dry weather really for the end of the first week of September. Tuesday the 4th of September with the GEM chart, the Canadian, and the high pressure there is right over the top of the country. By the time we get through to Friday the 7th though, 10 days time, that high pressure is beginning to pull out west, and this is showing a trough starting to come down from the north, turning it more unsettled and a lot cooler as well. This is probably a bit progressive with this breakdown. I'm not sure it'll happen quite as early as Friday the 7th, but certainly by the time we get through to the second week of September, the GFS model is indicating that low pressure will tend to take over, turning it a lot cooler and more unsettled as well. Now that's a long way off, but the GFS is showing this with quite a lot of frequency really. It's happening on many of the runs by the time you get through to the second week of September. Any time around the 9th, the 10th, the 11th of September, it starts to turn a lot cooler and unsettled. So I think that's probably going to be when the breakdown happens in the second week of the month. But certainly the first week of September, lots of dry weather, warm and sunny. We get to autumn and what you know, summer arrives. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.